DreAllDay.com.
Good morning, everybody. Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. When we talk about working out, like when y'all go to work out, you go to the gym to get your shots up, you go to the court outside, you go to the weight room, the fitness center, you go to run, you do your conditioning or whatever you do to work out. Those workouts is not always just about getting up a certain number of shots or how many shots you made or how many miles you ran or how much weight you was lifting. It ain't always really about just that work for the basketball game that you're getting ready for or the workout you're getting ready for or the tryout that you're getting ready for. It's really about the discipline. It's about how much discipline you have over yourself and what you're doing. As I talked about a while back in one of the old motivation videos about being a boss of yourself. Like even if your organization is just one person, meaning just you got to be the boss of yourself and you got to be disciplined enough to tell yourself, okay, I got to go do this, or I committed to going to the court and getting shots up every day at 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. I got to go to the court and do that because I committed myself to it. It's about the discipline that you can instill in yourself because that discipline carries over. It's not just about basketball. It carries over from whatever you're going to be doing after basketball is over. So no matter who you are, no matter how good you are, how young or old, eventually one day you're not going to be playing basketball every day anymore. And what you're going to do with the rest of your life. Most players, I say, by 40 is pretty much done playing basketball. Most players. Some players stop playing at 30. And by that point, you're only about halfway through your life. So for the other second half of your life, whatever it is you're going to do, the discipline that you gain from what you do, how you carry yourself as a basketball player, will carry over to the rest of your life. If you calling yourself a basketball player, but you're not disciplined enough to go to the gym every day and put the work in, how are you going to be disciplined enough to be a businessman or run your own company or be in charge of 10 or 20 or 3,000 other people that's looking at you as the leader or the owner or the CEO or whatever you decide to do? How are you going to do that if you couldn't discipline one person yourself to do what you were supposed to do as a basketball player? So when you go into the court to work out or the gym or the fitness center or outside the run or whatever you're doing, think about that. Think about the discipline that you need to have over yourself, or the days that you don't feel like doing it, or the days where you sell yourself short and don't do what you told yourself you were going to do. It's not about nobody else knowing or calling you out or nothing like that. It's a conversation you got to have with yourself when you look yourself in the mirror. Like, am I being disciplined with this? I'm calling myself a basketball player. Like, am I really being a basketball player by doing what a basketball player does, which is working out and committing themselves to doing what they're supposed to do? If you're not doing that, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? What can you be disciplined in if you calling yourself a basketball player but you're not doing what a basketball player is supposed to do? So that's the type of thing that you should think about when you're working out. The days maybe you don't feel like working out, it ain't always about the shots. It ain't always about the next game you're going to play. It's not about your coach. It's not about your teammates or the guy you got to beat from the next town in a game of one-on-one. It's about the discipline between you and yourself because you have 100% control over that. You don't control the coach. You don't control the referees in the game. You don't control if you're going to get that scholarship. You don't control none of that 100%, but you control you. So make sure that you're disciplining yourself and doing what you're supposed to do, like I said, for the fifth time in this video. Work on your game. Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. And as he comes back to your right, you just reach the ball right over his head and finish the shot.